Are we good? Oh, we're live. Change this. How are we all? How are we doing? Sammy, what's good, my man? How are you? First one here. Gonna roll out a quick community post so we get some more people flowing in here. Hope you all enjoyed the latest video. Took me ages to finish it today, so hoping you're a fan. If you've seen it, obviously. Bear with me. Yeah, link to the chat. I'm good, man. I'm having a good day. It was a lot of work, but we got the video done over the line. Now we're here, a little late night stream. I'm glad you're well. Bear with me, I'm just mini post out. There we go. Should all be good. All right, lovely. How are we all? Let's get some more people flowing in here, hopefully. That's more like it. How are we doing? How are we all? I've said before, I'm going to try and start streaming daily, if not every other day, at the very least. My 4th in 3 days, man. Nice video. I wasn't aware of Chael's curse. I listened to him in the background. Yeah, man, his prediction rate is pretty crazy. It's quite wild how much he gets wrong. I had to include it. I know it was similar to the Drake one, kind of, in the sense that Drake puts money down and never tends to go his way. But I was like, you know what, we're gonna include it as well. The undefeated, undisputed goat himself. I'm gonna check that this video is working right now. Yeah, it is beautiful. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I hope you guys are all having a good evening or afternoon, morning, wherever you're at. I'm gonna be on for an hour or so, maybe a little bit longer. See how I feel. And tomorrow it's a nice little day off for me. Chael's curse is not as bad as Lucas Tracy curse. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm sort of with you there, Sammy. The Lucas Tracy curse is pretty bad. It is quite mad how many he gets wrong. Because his analysis, as much as people flame him a little bit, it's actually pretty good. But he seems to get the predictions wrong every time. Yeah, I hope you all enjoy the live streams. I'm kind of getting to the flow of things. And as I said, I've said before, the camera, looking at new cameras right now. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we'll have one sorted. It's not really my forte, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of research on that. Because I can't stick with this webcam because the lighting looks awful. It picks up, yeah, it's bad. I don't need to tell you that, though. You can see. I hope you like the background, though. That'll look nice when I actually get a proper setup going with a good camera. Because I've got the mic to match that quality, which is the annoying part. Bro makes 20-minute prediction video with great analysis and gets it wrong. I know, man. I know. I like him though. I'm in his chats pretty regularly, so you know if he's ever streaming, I'm usually in there. Whether it's for 5, 10 minutes, I'll pop in, say hi. How's the delay, by the way? I don't know if the delay's too bad on when I'm reading your comments. Let me know. Because I know I keep bringing this up in every stream, but it's just this is all a learning process for me. So. Okay. How are we doing, guys? How are we? I'm glad you're here with me. Just hear me ramble, chat, whatever. Have you ever planned making prediction vids for events? Yeah, kind of. I did a casuals guide to 293 a while back, and that was just a few days before, and I was sort of experimenting with timing and format. And I was like, I don't know. I considered it. The thing is, I don't like in launch on the channel videos specifically. I don't tend to give my opinion too much on things. Besides a light bit of humor and here and then maybe I'll blow my opinion in there a little bit in the script, but I tend to remain a little bit more unbiased. But over here in the chat, I can give my opinions. But in terms of like dedicated prediction videos, I've tempted to, but I feel like I don't really need to a lot of the times because a lot of the times I give my predictions on here, and also I do on the podcast regularly, so every week. So there is that. But maybe I might, because obviously I know the audience is going to be bigger on the channel, so you know I tend to do it more on there, on the podcast channel, that is, and on here. Yeah, I don't know what I can do about that delay. It sucks. Working on it. If anyone knows any solutions. Oh, actually, maybe I can get it on this tab. Oh, this might have less delay on it. We'll see. We'll see. But we're growing. All in good time. As I said, it's growing pains. A lot of them. You know, it's all learning. I had to learn everything on editing and all that by scratch myself. So I got to get ready to learn a new skill with live streaming and just trying to figure it all out. You know, a lot of tinkering with OBS and all that stuff. So it's a process. It's a process, you know. Good to have you all here. Yeah, if you can, liking the stream would be hugely appreciated. Get some more people in here like that. More people seeing it. More of you staying in to tune in and either listen to me ramble or, you know, counter your hot takes, whatever it is. Charles or Islam? I mean, I've said over the last week I'm leaning toward Islam, and I am. My brain says Makachev just logically. Heart and really just who I want to win is Charles, because the world would erupt if Charles gets that belt back, and we know how exciting Charles is. So Charles with the belt is going to be infinitely more exciting to watch as a fan, just long term. So brain says Islam, heart says Charles. Yeah, but I would really love for Charles to win. I think he's exactly what it means to be an MMA fighter. You know, he brings that sauce that a lot of guys don't. Holy shit. Sorry. Thank you for the spot on the latest video. I'm just checking it. It's checking the analytics. Currently on my live thing on like 1,600 views, which is fucking nuts. It's my crazy. Crazy support. Road to 20k continues. I know the last one was a bit shit. The Danis one, I re-uploaded it and I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I should stick with it. Put it back up. I'll probably take it down again. I'll see. I'm just not too happy with it. I'm praying Shemaev destroys Costa. I think he probably will, mate. I think he probably will. But I mean, Costa winning would be the biggest meme. I think a lot of people used to hate on Costa, right? And then he sort of became himself and decided to just be a bit, taking the piss on Twitter and just like, "Oh, Spiffy boy, what's up, man? How you doing? You didn't miss too much. We're just chatting about 294. The general gist, and obviously the latest video. Briefly touching on that, which if you have seen, I hope you enjoy. Yeah, not too much, man. You don't have to worry. Praying Costa upset Shemaev. Yeah, as I said, it would be a lot of fun if he did, because I think Shemaev got seen as mortal a bit, right? When he fought Burns, he had that aura around him, which he doesn't have anymore. But then again, I think a lot of that was down to a poor game plan and just a fight IQ not being there. And if he's cleared that up, then I think it's Shemaev's fight to lose, really. Seen Costa's vid of him saying pray, pray? No, I haven't. I do love the video of him talking about secret juice though. Well, I mean, there's a lot of them, but the one I put in my video, him like knocking off Steve Jobs. I was when I was editing that video, the mythical one, I was just cracking up. That's when you know you're having a good time. A lot of times I don't enjoy editing too much. It can be a bit of a drag, but there's times like that where it's just a good time. I much prefer the writing. That's much more my favorite part, and talking with all of you. That's more fun as well. Guide to Curses was awesome. Thank you, Splash. Good to see you in here. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I spent a lot. It was a big slog today trying to get it done. It took a lot longer than I thought it was. I had about 3.5, 4 minutes left to do in terms of footage, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it takes a fucking while if you know about editing. It was annoying to get done. I'm not gonna lie, it was a struggle, but we got there. A lot of issues, just tinkering, and it was painful, but we got there, and it's over the line, and it's doing really well, so I'm happy. MMA Twitter is stupid for thinking Shemaev will miss weight at 185. It's Costa we should be worried about. It's both of them, man. I'm not gonna lie. You know what they're like. Anything can happen. Pray, but not for me. He said with an inhaler on. He's a crazy guy, man. Javid Basharat versus Victor Henry at 294. I really like Basharat, so I'm inclined to say Basharat. I don't know much about Henry, but Basharat, legit guy, big fan. So I'm gonna say Javid. I mean, there's a lot of good guys on that card. Shout out Nathaniel Wood. The off chance we'll hopefully get him on the pod down the line, because obviously he's got good links with Will, my co-host. Went down to Great Britain Top Team, the gym, a couple months ago. Had a chat with a lot of the guys. Met Nathaniel. Really normal people. Simeon Powell as well in PFL. Met him. They're just very, very normal people. Very kind as well. But yeah, he's fighting. He's in the third fight on the main card. He's fighting Naimov, which is huge because I think he's from Tajikistan. And they're following there. It's crazy. Who's more promising between the Basharat bros? I really like Javid. I mean, they're both really talented. I think they're just as good as each other, to be honest. I love them both. Do you think Shemaev's on the juice? I think he is, and I think a lot of people are, man. Nathaniel Wood being so low on the card is a crime. He's not low. No, he's third. He's third on the main card. I believe they moved him up. I think originally he wasn't, but if you go on the website now, they've moved him up. He's I believe, yeah, he's third. He's the Coco main, which is a huge, huge deal, especially not just for him, but for English fighters as well. Obviously, again, I know I'm biased as hell, but it's a big deal. I love it. I'm really excited for the card. I gotta say, very excited. Shemaev def on the juice, yeah. I think so. Then again, some people got those genetics, man. Make a video about best/worst actors with a MMA UFC background. I don't know very many, right? I mean, I know a few of them train. I know Jonah Hill trained jiu-jitsu briefly. Steven Seagal, but he doesn't count because he's just an Aikido bullshit. Like, that's a load of rubbish. Who else is there? There's definitely more. Off the top, at the back of my head, I'm thinking of some. I'm trying. Ashton Kutcher, even an actor. He's a celebrity. I don't know. I know he trains in jiu-jitsu. There's a fair few. You don't have what it takes to be guru's level. I do, man. All in time. All in a good time. That guy, he's got a volatile run, I think. He's gonna burn out eventually. Real ones know this channel's the place to be, whether it's a videos or live streams. I'm pretty sure he actually lives pretty near me. So without doxing myself, I'm pretty sure he doesn't live too far from me. I might have to go around and give him a visit. We're better than Guru over here. Charity fight in the cards? What do you mean? Oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah, no, he's massive though, man. I'm quite light. I'm not. I'm fast, but he's big. Actually, well, we don't know. He's never stood up, and he is in a wheelchair. Actually, that's a good point. So I'd probably take him. And he probably hasn't trained at anything in his life ever. So if I had to guess, though, he's probably got at least 20 kilos on me, probably more. He's massive. I'm only like 65, so I don't know. I have trained, so yeah, as I said, he's in a wheelchair, so I just feel bad. I'd just be beating up a disabled guy. So I don't know if I could do that. MMA fighters as actors like Chael and Cerrone acting in some movies. Oh my god, real quick, did you see? It's a good reminder. I don't know if you've seen. Tito Ortiz and Chris Cyborg there was a trailer for their movie, and it's called Operation Black Ops, which doesn't make any sense. And the acting is awful, and it looks like it's, got a budget of about like £2 or dollars, whatever you want. It's rough. It's rough. I reckon he's 5 foot and lying. Yeah, maybe. I hope so for my sake. If he's in a wheelchair, he's only going to be like 4 foot anyway. He's just sitting down. So I don't know. I don't know if a charity fight with Guru. Maybe Lucas Tracy. Maybe he'll have to fly over to the UK and we'll have to do a little scrap. Or like bedtime MMA. That guy's doing well, to be fair to him. I'm glad you enjoyed the new video, guys, though. I know I keep mentioning it. I'm just proud. I take pride in the work. I mean, there's not, just real quick, there's not that many other, like, I mean, I'm probably wrong here. In terms of, like, MMA YouTubers in that space who really, like, show their face a lot and are sort of a personality. Who's that guy? Rigo. He's alright. Weird guy. I'd whip Guru. Yeah, I think most people would kindle. That's the thing about Guru, man. I don't hate him, but, like, he's so fired up about his criticism. Yeah, he's never trained in his life. And he'll be the first guy to absolutely shit on someone for losing, or just because if he doesn't like them, despite the fact that he doesn't know what it takes, everything in between the fights and all the camps and the hard work and the grinds and the waking up at 5 a.m. Like he has no idea, and he's still the first person to point the finger and rant. Like if someone loses, even if I don't particularly like them as a fighter too much, I'm not gonna shit on them. But again, it works for him, right? Doesn't it? That's how he gets his viewers. So I can't be too mad about it. It's what works. People like the controversy, so, that's it. I mean, yeah, it's a smart move. Whether it's, I mean, obviously he plays up to it, right? It's a business thing. Clearly does him well. I mean, his following shows that, but I can't really sit in his streams for too long without just getting annoyed. Was a banging vid, mate. Keep it going. Thoughts on Paddy versus Tony result and general morals of letting Tony fight. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. As for the fight, yeah. I don't know. To be honest, Tony didn't look awful, right? I know he's lost 6 in a row, and I know that's quite a telltale sign, but he didn't look awful. He didn't look awful against Bobby Green or Chandler or who did he fight in between? There's so many losses I can't tell. I don't know. If he loses, he's got to go. I think for his own sake, because he's never going to quit of his own accord. So someone's got to make him. Yeah, I think he's got to go. If he loses, and even if he wins, it's gonna be rough, isn't it? Right? Gonna be rough. Overreacting and calling out fighters gets people's attention. It does. I mean, it works. That's why I said it works for Guru, right? So, oh wait, shit, Kindle, it's you, man. Oh my god, sorry, I didn't even deep it for a minute. I didn't even deep it. What's good, man? How you doing? Look at this. We're in the other roles now. You're in my chat. Why Guru Death plays into it? Yeah, I know. It works for him, right? I think you kind of just have to run with it. Yeah, sorry for not clocking that earlier. It took me a minute. I was kind of just like, yeah, that's poor from me. Say what you want about him, Paddy. Paddy has a decent chin, and you know about Tony now. Yeah. I mean, thing is, everyone has a decent chin until they get cracked, right? Like, that's just how it goes. Um, that's why I'm not huge on Shavkat, you know? I think he relies on his chin too much. Eventually, he's going to get cracked. That's why I like Wonder Boy versus him, if it stays on the feet. I'm good, man. I'm good, Kindle. It's good to see you in it. I'm not doing too bad. A lot of work today, but we got it done. We got over the line. Got the video done. It's out. I can rest tomorrow. It's my day off. And then we're back on it. We're back on it. What's up, Cooper Scooper? Great. Thank you, Ender. I'm good, man. Not too bad. Lovely chill stream right now, and then we're going to have a nice relaxation tomorrow. Football is on. Sunday's the podcast, and I'll probably stream on Sunday as well. Also getting back in jiu-jitsu, which is great too. So probably going to go awfully because I'm rusty as hell. But it's good to be back. Back in the flow of things, you know. But I'm not great at schedules, so to just be able to fall into that, the rarity. So I'm glad I'm in the flow right now. Who do you support footy? I'm a Chelsea fan, man. Or soccer, if anyone's for the Americans in the chat. Yeah, I'm a Chelsea fan since I was like 3, 4, something like that. As long as I can remember, basically. Oh, come on, man. You don't got to do that. You don't got to do that. You don't got to do that, Kindle, man. Come on, bro. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Shout out Kindle, man. This is the guy. Go subscribe to him as well. I actually, give me a minute. You did this to me, man. I got to do the same thing to you. I got to get your channel, but again, I'm not used to OBS, so this is gonna be a bit. I'm gonna try and add the tab. I don't know what I need for it. No, that's not gonna work. Bear with me, man. I'm trying. If I can't get up, I thank you so much, man. Oh, you're a Geordie. Good times of your life. Yeah, man. Newcastle doing really well. Fair play. Is it display capture? Can I add that in? Oh, there we go. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that. Shout out Kindle. Go subscribe to this man. Good content. And even he's live streaming as well. Look at it. He's been going way longer than me. Deserves far more subscribers than me and many other people in this game. So please go and sub to him. But I can, you know, I'm gonna give you the link in the chat. Give this man his flowers. All right, let me just get rid of that. There we go. There we go, man. Get in there. Get in there, and let's get subscribing. The least I can do. More like it. Gotta pay it forward to everybody in this game. Yeah, of course, man. We'll get it. I mean, I'm trying to figure out co-live streaming right now. I did one with my co-host on the podcast just the other day. We had weird issues with aspect ratio and shit, and there was a lot of just dead pixels on the screen in terms of space, so we couldn't get it working particularly. But I'm sure we could figure it out. I'll tell you what. You want to message me on Instagram? Leo Cooper. It's leocooper.mma. If you message me, just add me or follow me on there, I'll give you a shout and we can sort something out. We can get you on because we can get you on the pod if you like, because we have we're on the podcast. We're very focused around content creation in particular. on top of the MMA. Like it's MMA creators podcast. That's why we call it that. So you'd fit really nicely in there, man. So if you want to give me a shout on Instagram, I'm sure we can make something happen. Paddy supports Newcastle, not me. I'm a Chelsea fan, man. Always. Yeah, hopefully the delay's not too bad. I know it sucks. I don't know how I can figure this fix that. So I'll do some research when I come off stream tonight. Try and figure that out because I know it's annoying. Do I think Volk squashes Taporia? I think if he fights the right fight, he does. But Taporia is good, man. I do worry if Age is going to catch up to him. That's my biggest concern. That's my biggest concern because he is 35 now, and when you get the lower to the weight classes, speed becomes really important. I think that's where Taporia could catch him. So we'll see because it can happen like that, right? You lose that little edge. You lose that competitive edge because you're a little bit too old. Reaction and speed time is all not there. And that could be enough, right? Because Taporia is elite. He's an elite level fighter. I watched him absolutely send Jai Herbert to the shadow round when I was at UFC London. And I was like, this guy's a killer, man. And he was fighting upper weight class then. It's crazy. So I'm inclined to say Volk beats him. But Taporia's got a very, very good chance. I think it's his most dangerous fight in a while, if not ever. UFC cover curse also. Yeah. I did that in my video. I mentioned that in my video. That was my longest one. I went in because I didn't realize how bad it was. It's just every single one of them, except from Volkanovski and John Jones. And I only say Volk because Volk hasn't fought yet. If he loses Taporia, then he's been claimed as well. It's just John Jones, which is crazy. Fights correct and stays out of the pocket. Yeah, sort of. And I'd like to see him use his wrestling a bit more. I agree. In pocket, Taporia could sleep him though. Yeah. He's got to use his speed, I think, darting in and out. But that's how he fights, and it works for him. So if he sticks to that, and then if he can get that takedown, I see like a blast double maybe. Really, he's just got to neuter Taporia's weapons, really, because he's got stones in his hands. Stones. Yeah, this delay's really annoying me. I'm not going to lie. Because you guys are like, the shit I'm talking about is popping up in my chat way later. And I know the delay's huge. I think it's because I'm doing a stream key through OBS. So I might have to, if I do it directly through YouTube and try and hook up OBS through that way, it might work way better. But we'll try that. We'll try that in future. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research, as I said. Growing pains. Volk manhandled, yeah, it was crazy. He was more powerful, man. Yeah, he was. That was that bit, you know, when after he rocked him with the right hand, and he just tackled him, and then just started laying him. That was when I realized, like, this guy is just greatness. He's just greatness, man. He's so good. I just don't think Taporia will be active enough against Volk, but if he touches him, it can be problems. I think that's the same for anyone in that division, man. Taporia has got probably the hardest hitter in that division, maybe except from Josh Emmett, but Josh Emmett might have more power, but he does not have the, you know, the technicality to even get those shots to land. Taporia does. Got to set up the stream on YouTube and turn it to ultra low latency. My guy, thank you. See, look, you know the game, man. You know the game. Can I edit that now, or is it something I have to just change if I start another stream? Because if that's the case, I'll just do it next time. Nah, man. What's Ibrahim, man? You can't. You can't be doing that. Very first member. Very first member. Can I just say that? Very first. And I won't forget it. I'm telling you right now. You're the GOAT, man. No, don't call me the GOAT. You're the GOAT. You're the very first member on this channel ever. Ever, man. Going down in the history books. When this community is huge, I won't forget that at all, man. Seriously, thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart. Means a lot. I got to start doing some real proper, like I made sure like the member stuff, I haven't set much up for it yet. And so you don't have to do that. But I really appreciate it. So I'm planning on doing member content down the line, of course, with me live streaming more. We'll probably do some member only content. But thank you so much, man. That is absolutely massive for me, Ibrahim. Can't change the latency. Would have to restart the stream. Yeah, okay. Cheers, man. I'm going to sort that out for the next time. You're in the records, bro. You're in the records. Can we get some hearts in the chat? Hearts. I want spamming that in the chat for Ibrahim. All of it. Show him the love that he showed me. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. As I'm saying, any of the money I'm earning in terms of, member stuff. It's all going back into the content. So I'm trying to really upgrade my setup right now because I need my monitor is like it's awful. It's ancient. As I said, I'm looking at a new camera, which is gonna set me back a pretty penny. So I everything that you are putting towards me, whether that's through ad revenue or through donations or through members club, as graciously as you are, it's all going back into the channel. So I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. Expect better camera soon. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. As well, the green screen. This is what I mean. I know the chroma key's crap, so I'm gonna be able to fix that as well. Whether that's due to better lighting or it's because of the camera, I don't know. We're gonna fix it. Seriously, thank you so much. I know I keep ranting on, man. You're the very first. Big upgrades, man. Big upgrades. Thank you. Thing about live streaming is what I've realized is it just flies by the time. Because when I do the podcast, it feels like the podcasts go for quite a long time. But when you're on live stream, it just shoots by. Like suddenly you're streaming like an hour, man. Am I at uni? I graduated earlier this year. Thank fuck, because it was a nightmare. First year I had to deal with COVID and all that, and it was just awful. Second year was more of the same, bit better. And third year was a lot of work, but it was good fun, and it was mostly fun because I started the channel. I was balancing that and uni at the same time. But yeah, we graduated, got the 2-1. I don't know if they do the same thing in America, but it's like a pretty good grade, so I was happy. Considering I was balancing it with YouTube and people were telling me to just scrap the YouTube and just firm the degree, I was like, fuck that. I'll do both. It's all worked out in the end. I did games production, so like game design, all arty stuff, right? So, in fact, this background that you see actually it's recorded in a virtual space. So I did it through a game engine basically, and I just put it all together, and then did a little recording on loop from a virtual camera, and then just set it all up. I'm 21, man. And even though I probably don't look it, I got a bit of a baby face. Heavy load that. Yeah, man. It was a lot of work. But again, I wasn't doing as much. I wasn't doing as much back then on YouTube either. I was doing a video every 2-3 weeks tops. And now we're doing twice a week, plus live streaming, plus a podcast. So, way more, way more. That was always the plan though. When I started to take this more seriously, I was like, as soon as I come out of uni, we're going full steam ahead. Kind of games do I work on? Well, we made our own. So anything really. A lot of like mainly 3D stuff. It was more on the arty side, so building, like creating assets, like this microphone, for example, modeling that. In terms of favorite games, oh man, that's a good question. There's a lot. Baldur's Gate 3 that came out recently. That's a great game. New Cyberpunk expansion. That's pretty cool. I honestly I play a lot. Games are my part of my childhood, so I'm a player of a lot of games. Even if sometimes I procrastinate and it takes a lot of time off content, sometimes I try not to do that. Counter Strike as well, big on that. Anything, honestly. I'm a wide range of. I'm open to trying Dark Souls 3 as well. I ran about games. That was, I mean, obviously that's why I did the degree. It was originally my plan, but didn't really. I fell out of love with it. Addicted to Baldur's Gate 3. I like that, man. I like to hear that. Great game, man. So good. It's already in my top 10 of all time. Already. And that I've played a shit ton of games and it's in my top 10. That's how good it is. I play it with friends as well. If you have, I don't know if you guys played it with friends, but that's the best experience. Because it's straight up just D&D, but as a game, and that's fucking sick. So can't go wrong with it. Crazy how many hours I sunk into it. I don't play games for too long periods of time anymore. I just can't do it. But it was like, it was one of those games that I kept playing. I think there was one time I played 8 hours straight, which I don't think I've ever done ever on a game. Which is unhealthy, and I never normally do. Need to finish it, can't find the time. Yeah, it took us a while, man. We were on it for ages. Game of the year for sure. Yeah, man, 100%. It's a lock for me. I mean, people talk about Zelda and stuff. I played Breath of the Wild, and it was overrated. Good game, but not like a 10 out of 10. And Tears of the Kingdom just looks like the same sort of thing. So I'm sure it's a decent game, but for me, I'm pretty confident the Baldur's Gate will take. Fuck with roguelites, yeah. Roguelites, they're always good. Slay the Spire, that's a banger. Yeah, Baldur's Gate, you can just keep playing. I was pretty sad when I finished it, I'm not going to lie, because it's just like, I just was always looking forward to playing it. Now you got now got to find something to substitute it with, you know. But you need a balance, right? I mean, you can't be playing games all the time. That goes with everything, right? Streaming, you know, consecration, jujitsu as well, and games. You know, all of that put together. It's just about balance. That was what I was trying to really achieve at uni a lot. Jiu-jitsu helped so much. That was probably the only thing at uni, especially in second year, that just kept me sane. Was just training. That was just what I'd look forward to because you see the same people every week and just a good time. I do miss it. I miss those boys and girls as well. All really cool people. I want to play it legit without looking anything up. I had to make sure I could romance shout out. Nah, I feel you, man. We all did it. We gotta make sure you're picking the right dialogue options, man. I don't blame you. I do not blame you. I think we got a pretty good ending all in all. Looking at getting into the new UFC, man, I would, but it's not on PC. I only play on PC. And when I knew they announced it, I was like, it's not gonna come to PC, is it? Because they're dicks. Sure enough, it didn't. So I'm gonna have to wait for UFC 6, or unless they do some bullshit and port it like 5 months down the line. I think it's criminal it's not on PC because it's just such a massive market. Only in that second year trap of binge, has to be done. Yeah, man. Second year was okay for me. It wasn't too bad. Whereabouts you studying? Without obviously doxing yourself. Because I was at Nottingham Trent. It was a good time for the most part. Obviously, I'm London based, so that's where I am now, of course. Liverpool. Okay. Nice, man, nice. All the air games hate PC. I know it's weird. I mean, even the ports they do have are pretty shit. Like I've been playing the new FIFA, because I fall into that trap every year. It's just the port. It's got same like bugs and issues from last year that they just haven't fixed, and it's just infuriating. And their launcher is awful. It's awful. USA, nice man. See, I love having viewers from all over, man. It's great. So I'm saying I try and be a bit time zone conscious in terms of when I'm streaming, because I know I don't want to stream when people are asleep all the time, right? So for me, it's like 10 to 12 right now. No, sorry, 10 past 11 p.m. right now here in the UK. So I know a lot of the US guys and you lot, I mean, Ibrahim, obviously. Whether you're East or West Coast or Central, I know you're going to be quite far behind me. So I am conscious of that. Hey, the new FIFA, you can't fire a coach and franchise. Yeah, it's a cool. There's a lot of features they don't have in there. Yeah, it's like their career mode's pretty bare bones and all in all, just same problems every year. And here I am fucking buying it. It's 3:10 a.m. here, man. You're committed to the stream, man. You're committed to the stream. I appreciate it, Sammy. Perfect timing. Right, I saw Paddy the Baddy at Warehouse Project. Should we know what it is last week? Did you? No, I do. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised he's everywhere, isn't it? Off his chops. Mad. I think it was off his chops when he commented on my video. I don't think he's a fan of me anymore. He said he subscribed to me and then he watched my video I did on him and I kind of went in on him. So I think he probably unsubscribed after that. Why aren't you training for OQQ? No way. Yeah, that's true actually. What am I talking about? Why isn't he training? That's bad, right? I know obviously he's still got a while, but yeah, he ain't getting anywhere near a belt. If you ask me. But that's fucked, man. What the hell? That's crazy. I mean, the thing is, he has a reputation. I feel like if you want to be a champion, you know the guys that are going to be champion because they have that mindset that they're going to do it. But in boxing, Canelo is probably the example I'd think of the most, right? Or in MMA, Bisping is the perfect example of hard work and heart. There's a reason he was our first British champion, and it's not because of his natural ability and talent. It's just because he had insane work ethic. I know he's going to fight Khabib. Yeah, he's lucky to be ranked, man. I agree. Wait, is he top 15? Did he get top 15 when he beat Jared Gordon? Because if he did, I can't agree with that. Honestly, the day he gets clipped, I'm not going to be too surprised. I mean, he's doing his thing, right? He's getting people tuning in. We're in a live chat talking about him, so he's doing everything right. As a part of the fight game, he is. Um, but in terms of actually wanting to have a legacy in the sport on pure accolades, nah. Surely he isn't ranked. Yeah, I'm gonna check that for you now. Actually, he might be just in there, right? No, no, he's not. He's not. He's not. Like he's just outside. He's one more fight. Yeah. How come Muay Thai take so much damage and basically has no CT? Well, to be honest, I think they probably do. It just hasn't set in yet. I think it will catch up with them, and I think that's the same. Actually, that's a good point. I might make a video on that. It's a big point there that it might happen later on the line because there's not actually been a single death in the UFC, but obviously the UFC as a company has only been around for 30 years. So I think we might see the effects of that down the line. Hopefully I'm wrong, and I really hope that is not the case. But I think maybe 10, 20 years we might start seeing the issues affecting fighters who have retired long ago. Because obviously it can be like an onset thing. Favorite Muay Thai fighter? I'm honestly my Muay Thai knowledge is very limited. I'm gonna say Rod Tang because I've just seen him, you know, get so many finishes. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Rod Tang would be the pick, I guess. I'm not again. I don't want to say the wrong thing because I'm not knowledgeable on it as much as I am in sense of like UFC and mixed martial arts in general. Which division do I think is the most shallowest? Light heavyweight, or maybe heavyweight. Actually, no, I take that back. Heavyweight. Heavyweight's top 5 is elite, and then after that, it really drops off. So heavyweight, because you don't need much to be a competent heavyweight fighter besides like an absolute, monster of a right hand. Favorite unranked UFC fighter? Ooh, Lerone Murphy. Actually, I think he's top 15 now. He's up there. Obviously, the English bias setting in. I'm checking if he's ranked. He might have. Yeah, he's actually. I'll take that back. He's just cracked the top 15. Uh, Damn. There's a lot, isn't there? See, when you talk about them all the time, it's easy. But then when you're when it comes off the top of your head, I can't think of one. Nathaniel Wood, I know he technically doesn't count, but he's not actually ranked anymore because he moved up a division. He's up there. He's fighting obviously at 294, as I said. Heavyweight drop off's insane. Yeah, it is. I mean, as I said, guys like Aspinall, Garn, and previously in Garn, they hold up that division to a really high standard. And then the drop off is just big because you just need a huge right hand, and that's all you can just knock people out and get pretty far. So obviously other divisions. I think flyweight is the most skill intensive division in there. That's why I say I'm such a fan of flyweight, the division. They just need to normalize them being main events because their fights are so much fun. And it's just the elite level of mixed martial arts, I think, comes in flyweight because Moreno Pantoja too is already fight of the year contender. Because it's just elite level for 25 minutes. It's great. Yeah, I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes. I'm gonna head off because I got to get my beauty sleep. I've got to start fixing my sleep pattern pretty soon. Because I got to wake up early for jiu-jitsu on Sunday. My sleep pattern's fucked. But you think they should add a weight division? Nah, I think we're good where we need to be. Love Nathaniel Wood. Did you see the knee injury he had a while ago? Yeah, I did. I think it's a common thing now. I'm seeing a lot. I mean, in English fighters in particular, weirdly. I mean, I know Aspinall did his MCL in. It's I think common thing in sport that just sets you back, man. I think injuries can really be a problem, but Nathaniel Wood, look, when I was watching him at GBTT, Great Britain Top Team, he looked really sharp. So, and obviously he wasn't even doing contact sparring or anything like that because obviously he just had that war against Feely. But yeah, he's shown a lot of promise. The only problem is he's struggling with this is the size difference, man. It's big. It's big. Because he's in that awkward spot where bantamweight is really hard for him to, make that weight cut. But featherweights, everyone's a lot bigger than him. But he's fast, man. I think he's the fastest guy in that division, and he's probably got the best leg kicks in that division as well. Just needs to work on his striking defense and I think his footwork as well. But yeah, I mean, he can tell you that, not me. Is that British water? Yeah, it does things to us, man. You end up becoming a MMA YouTuber. That's what happens when I drunk it. All sorts of issues. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna let these last comments come through. Because I know there's a fat delay, and I'll fix that for next time. Shout out Kindle for that. As I said, man, give me a post on Instagram, and we can get talking. How to make UFC content without getting copyright strikes? Well, they're okay with using promo footage. All my old stuff got copyrighted because I was using fight footage. But they promo footage they're okay with, and I think if you just use a lot of different sources, then it's okay. Because most of the footage I use is all from countdowns and stuff, and it's just little bits and bobs which I just cut together. So I think they're okay with it. Do you think Bilal beats Leon? Usman can't beat? Maybe Usman. I don't think he beats Leon or Colby. Yeah. Thank you, man. Ibrahim, good night, bro. You have a good one. Thank you so much for the membership. Truly, I really, really, really appreciate it. Yeah, that means a lot. And as I said, I won't forget it. First of many, I hope. First of many. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a good one. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. I might. It's usually my day off, but I'm really enjoying it recently. I've streamed like 4 times in the last 5 days. So there's a good chance I do stream tomorrow. And if I don't, I will definitely stream on Sunday evening. So stay tuned for that. I just got to edit the podcast first, and then I'll. So you guys have a good night. Yeah, I'll see you on Sunday. Maybe tomorrow as well.